YouTube, Epic Eric. What's up?
What's good? It's
Here's my man.
Genesis/Revelation with your boy Epic Eric. He called me down to do a little bit of a motivational video for my music group because we're trying to promote the good things in life and stuff like that. So he wanted me to do some motivational type stuff here. So I'm here with him.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about relationships,
Yeah.
not just boyfriend, girlfriend, just the whole thing as a whole, like relationships in general. You know, like me and this nigga has relationships.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gay.
Hell no.
This is my boy. No, not like that.
But yeah, it's just a friendship thing. It's
Relationships.
It's all been relationships. First thing we really want to get on is, dating relationships, stuff like that. When you get into a relationship, don't expect it to be, that the first person I date's just the one. Be more open-minded that there are people out there who think that, and then if you're one of the guys who breaks up with those people take it to heart. But don't ever let that twist you in, because what most people do is when they break up with when they break up with you, sometimes they'll get that mental idea that, this person hurt me so bad, so now I'm gonna hurt the others. Don't have that mindset. Anything else you want to
I mean, like, when you get into a relationship with someone, before you even get into the dating aspect of things, there's the friendship. Like, most relationships now, like boyfriend girlfriend relationships, they just, I'm gonna be your boyfriend, I'll be your girlfriend. No, they don't even take the time to be friends anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's how one of the best relationships I've ever had was. We started off friends. We didn't even plan out. We didn't even think about being in a relationship together. We were just friends, and it just grew into something amazing. So, but I mean, when it comes to breakups, I mean, it may feel like the end of the world then and now. I mean, if it still does, then I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Yeah. That's just how you're gonna have to deal with that. But breakups in a whole, they can make you or break you. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like our breakups, we've had some tough breakups over the years.
Yeah, don't get me started. Ugh. But the greatest thing about it is what we did was we learned from those mistakes, and all the rejections, all the breakups we went through, it makes you stronger and better for the next relationship. But in the same aspect, that can also make you worse, because some people, what they'll do is they'll take from that relationship, like that could be the one girl that you loved your entire high school time that you were there, or it could be that one guy that you were in love with and he breaks your heart and you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm not going to take their feelings into consideration anymore. But don't ever reflect what your ex did to you onto the next guy. Like, your ex may have cheated on you, but that may not be the next guy you're with, so don't have trust issues. But I'm not gonna say do that. But I'm not gonna say don't. I'm not gonna say don't have reserves. I mean, don't be all kinds of trusting. Like, oh my God, I trust you. It's not that easy.
Just know your limits.
Yeah, and build up. Like he said, just start off with a friendship, because friendships really can tell you everything about that person. Like you literally know everything about your homie, and with knowing them more than anybody else, when you grow up into being in a relationship, the only real thing that will change is just the title of the relationship, and then later along it'll be the emotions that come through after. And when you know somebody who knows what pisses you off, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, you really got somebody you can stay with for a long time. And don't ever think that, I don't want to be strapped down. But I mean, you never know. That could be the best relationship you could have ever had, but then you want to spend it on somebody else who don't even care about you, but instead of the person that does. So
see, I mean, just look at it this way. Guys and girls do this. They take a person, they build a relationship with that person, and they either grow it or they just make it worse for the other person because they want to use that person for such and such reasons. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, why even do that? I don't see why people do that. I mean, I've probably done it. I'm sure we've all done it, unintentionally, intentionally, either way. So when it comes down to a whole, there's a line in which people seem to cross when it comes to cheating, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, I mean, not everybody's a cheater, but once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe in that, because you can cheat on someone, and that can really impact you, and that can either change you, or you can just stay the way you are and just go around and just be you. You know, you could have all these side chicks, side bros. Is that people say side bros?
I don't know.
Side niggas.
Side, I guess that's what it is. Side niggas.
I don't even know. But you got all these people on the side. But I mean, what's the point of that? You talk to them, you fuck with them, you use them for any type of reasons, but you're not. I get for the here and now, but it's time to start. Well, for us, it's time to start thinking long term, and that should be in your head. Like, if you want to have fun now, by all means, have fun now. But take in consideration people's feelings. You can seriously hurt somebody and seriously like just jack up somebody's mind with your words and your emotions. Like, people in here and
the heart.
Like, people take that to the heart, and it's hard to get over that. Like, girls, guys, girls aren't the only ones who are emotional. We've had some emotional times throughout all of our lives, and it's not just relationships, boyfriend, girlfriends. Think of it as family members, other people we know,
friendships, stuff like that.
Stuff is emotional, and everyone has these emotions. Whether you choose to accept them or not, it's up to you.
Yeah. And one more thing about relationships: never use that as the reliance of happiness, because the thing about it is, what most usual teenagers will do is they'll be like, oh, he makes me happy, or oh, she makes me happy, and it's like you put your 100% point of happiness in them, but that shouldn't just be your happiness. Spread your happiness in other places, so at least if that doesn't work out, if the relationship doesn't work out, you're gonna be sad, or you're gonna be mad about it, but you're not gonna be too sad to the point where you just feel like, I don't even want to do anything, I don't want to try anymore, I want to give up. I mean, I've had relationships like that where I put 100% of my happiness into that person, but without knowing that instead of putting instead of putting that much into it, I should have put it other places. So at least if this didn't work out, then I could be still happy. But on that sector, I'd be kind of a little bit on edge. But I feel like most of what teenagers do is they'll go into a relationship thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna be happy. Oh yeah, because at school there's gonna be nerds. Let's just be real about it. There are nerds everywhere, and they're the ones who really get emotional, but they are gonna be one of the best people you can actually be with, because they do the most for you. And when you hurt those people, they take it to the extreme. I'm telling you, they will be sad for months. Like, oh my God, I lost her, or oh my God, I lost him, how do I get him back? And they'll be so focused and ready to be loyal to you, but you just gotta show them, hey, there are more ways you can put your happiness towards than just me. That's also something you gotta do as a partner, to show that there's more happiness out there than just putting it all in me. And I have to show that to my girl sometimes, because she'll be like, oh, you make me happy. And I'm like, but I don't want to be the only thing that makes you happy. I want you to be happy with everything else, because I don't know if I'm going to be here. As far as the future, it's just as unpredictable as anything else. So anything could happen. I could get shot by tomorrow, and that'd just be the end of it. That'd be the end of her. And I don't want her being all crying and sad all the time for like the next 2 years, because all that happiness she had is now gone. I want her to at least be, a couple months of sadness at max, and then be able to move on and find somebody she can be happy with, rather than, putting it all on me. And that makes me feel like, even as a soul, me going wherever I go, that would be a burden on me, because it's like, man, she's all sad and I can't do anything because I'm no longer flesh, and I can't go in her and tell her, hey, it's gonna be all right. She can't hear me anymore. So show your partner that they're like, even if you feel like you gotta leave, show them before you leave, because that will set them to the greatest heights of happiness. Because they'll be like, you showed me all this happiness, and then when you end it, make sure it's right. Don't be a dick. Don't be like, your titties are flat, it's over. Or don't be a bitch and be like, oh, his dick was small, so you left. Like that is the wrong reason to leave anybody. Yeah, I literally excuse me for my words before, but just please, if you're going to be in a relationship, if you're going to say let's be girlfriend and boyfriend, do not date for the fact that she has big ass or big titties. Don't think on that level. Think of how much happiness will she give me and how much happiness could I give her? How long will I want this relationship to carry on and how long will she want this relationship to carry on? I don't want to look at this as an objective view. I want to look at it as a relationship and physical, emotional view. And most guys nowadays, that's all they ever talk about. I hear with some of my homeboys, oh my gosh, she got a big ass, I might want to go hit. Or oh, she got big titties, I might want to go hit. Or oh, her face looking cute, I might want to go hit. And it's like you're only looking at the physical form of it, but you never actually get to know her as a person. For all you know, she could be a psycho, and you sitting there just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. And then when you in the relationship, you come back looking like Quagmire from that one episode when that one girl was like, I'm gonna kill myself. I was like, I can't do that. If a girl ever tells you, guys, tip, if a girl ever tells you that, run. Take a ticket to Mexico and run. Run. But yeah.
But I mean, if you look at it at that point of view, titties and ass, just all of that, everything, that may be the things that attract you to her, but don't let that be the whole basis of the relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
And if you guys are in a mutual agreement to where, yeah, you guys just want to use each other physically, let that be known. Don't just try and use that person and take advantage of their emotions.
Yeah.
But I mean, when it comes to happiness, there's so many other things that can make you happy. Not just a relationship, but you yourself can do to make yourself happy. Mm-hmm. And just do this as a person. Like, he was talking about your partner. If you see somebody else going through that struggle, you should, like,
even as a friend, just yeah.
Like friendships.
Like, just
that's a relationship. So if you see your friends just going through something, you should be obliged to at least talk to them about it. Because you yourself either know something or you know what they're going through. And that could help you. Because what he was just talking about, I was feeling that. Like, I was just feeling it.
Yeah, man. Like, to be honest, one thing about the greatest relationship is always the basis of it is friendships. The one thing you gotta watch out is most people are like, all my friends are fake, all my friends are this, all my friends are that. And let me tell you why these friends are fake. Because you don't know who you're choosing as a friend. You gotta watch who you're with. Like, the first thing that most people mess up in is, oh yeah, this is my best friend. Though I gave him $20 to go get lunch, and every time I ask him, he has nothing. But I mean, that's my friendship. And sometimes I'll be like, I have these good ideas, but he never encourages me. But when he has a good idea that I kind of think is stupid, I'll put it to forth. It's like, you gotta really watch who you're talking to. Don't be with the guy who's like, oh, I can get you weed all the time. That's not a friendship. That's just, I can get you weed.
That's a drug dealer.
Yeah. Don't be with a friend who's like, oh, I can get you sex almost every day. That's not really a friendship, because to him it's just like, oh, I can get you what you want. But don't look on the materialistic view of it. Don't look as, oh, he never got me back. Do good deeds, but do good deeds because you want to do good deeds. Stop looking towards the fact that you want to do it because you want something in return. If you look towards it as something you want to do in return, then you might as well, you're not even really much of a good person, because you're just looking for what you're going to get out of it. So therefore, you're thinking selfishly. Now, whether you would take that, whether you would look at me and be like, oh, I don't think that's selfish. It technically is, because you're not thinking about him. You're not thinking about, oh, McCormick, for your birthday, I'm gonna just give you $20. No, if I give him $20, I'm not gonna expect him to give me something back. That should be something on his own. I'm not gonna expect him to pay me back. I'm not gonna expect him to do anything. I'm just gonna be like, here you go, here's the $20. There you go. That's how friendship should work.
That's
but
friends.
The way you're looking at it is, oh, I do all this good stuff for other people, but they never want to do it back for me.
They're not good friends.
They're not good friends, and that may not even be true. There are other reasons. Like, be open-minded, be asking questions, always ask them, why can't you do it? And then if they say because money's tight right now, or because I'm broke, or if they say something like that, or I had to spend all my money for my own homie who had already asked, so I'm sorry. Stuff like that, you gotta get the story. But to those friends, but to those friends who really aren't being a real friend, I gotta tell you, you gotta step up, because one thing about it is the way your path is headed for, you're not gonna have many friends in the future.
If any.
If any, right.
You might be a cat person. Do you like cats? Are you allergic to cats? Can you even own a cat? If you can't be friends with someone, can you be friends with your cat?
Real.
That's just something.
Your
like,
cat might run away.
he might even scratch your face off.
Or he might be like,
Think
you know what? Forget this, and scratch you.
He might eat all of your lasagna and just straight up leave.
I swear.
Cats these days.
Dudes.
Do you want to be that lonely cat person who has no friends?
I don't.
See? Do you want to be that guy who just...
Mm-hmm.
That guy. You know who I'm talking about. That guy.
Especially if you stingy with money. Like, I can't even...
Let's just leave that for another video.
Yeah.
Money.
That is a great point.
It is a great topic, and
that's another topic we're gonna talk about.
Relationships.
As far as
that is what we are talking about.
Yeah. Speaking on money versus relationships, never think that the basis of a relationship should be that the guy has to have $3,000 every week. Like,
that's what, oh my god.
Like, the man isn't going to be filled with pockets all the time.
Especially if you guys are in high school.
Like, we're not made of money. I hate to break
Even
it
if
to
he
you.
has a job.
Like, I hate to break it to you. I hate to break this reality to you, but men are not made of money. Some are bums. Some can get their jobs up. Some can do great. And some are already there and flawless.
So, like, if you guys can, like, come together, like, you guys, even if you guys are in high school, just come together. He may have $20. You may have $10. You guys can go to the movies. One of you guys can buy the tickets, and one of you guys can buy snacks. Enjoy the night.
Mm-hmm. Bam.
Go out to dinner. Why is it so stereotypical for the guy to always pay for that?
Yeah.
I get that for the first date, but I mean...
Like, yeah, because, like, usually it's just... I mean, the thing about it is, one of my sister's boyfriends had made a great point about it, and he was like, the girl asks you out to a date. Who pays? You or the girl? And I was like, well, I thought I would pay because, you know, that's just being gentleman. But then he said, no, she pays because she asked you. And if she's asking you, then she's got the right to pay. You don't have to. You can chip in. I'm not saying don't be like, hey, yo, I'm not even finna pay. Free food? No, I'm talking like if she's at least gonna pay a little bit. I mean, chip in.
But I mean, when it comes to that thing, girls asking guys, like, why is that such a bad thing? It's 2015, equal rights. Look at that. It's equal rights. Relationships, boys, girls, 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 everything. So, girls can ask guys, guys can ask girls. You can ask anyone if you want to have a friendship with them or a relationship, just anything.
Also, let me make a great point. Not all the time do dates necessarily mean girlfriend and boyfriend stuff.
Well, I can go out with my friend who is a girl, and we go out and have a good time. That is a date. We are friends.
That doesn't mean that you gotta kiss. Doesn't mean you gotta take her to
Hold
the truck
hands.
and do what you gotta do. Doesn't mean anything. It just means going out, having a good time, just being together and being friends. It doesn't necessarily don't clinch up every time a dude asks you to a date, or don't clinch up when a girl asks you to a date. Just be like, okay, let's go on a date. See, that doesn't mean that they're going to go out with you. That don't think that's an indicator. If they may find interest in you in this date, who knows? That's after the date. But if it's not been declared that you're together, do not assume. That is the worst thing you can do. And also, one other thing about relationships, and this just blows my mind, is when people have expectations. Like, especially those girls who are like, I want to change my man. Like, you can't change a guy. Let me impart this wisdom. I've been ready to say this line for the longest. No man nor woman can be changed by anybody but themselves. You can push it. You can tell them, hey, this needs to change. But you are not in factor to their life to making them change. You're only pushing them. They have to make the change. They have to be like, okay, she's getting on me. I'm going to make this change. I'm going to do it. Don't expect the man to change, because he may not change. He may roll all over you and tell you, oh, I'm going to change, I swear. I'm going to stop doing drugs. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop doing that. And he could say it and make it look good. Anybody could do that. But he has to change himself. You can't, no matter how much you get on, he has to do it. So that's my thing. And you want to go ahead and take that?
Yeah. Before we end this. We're gonna talk about rejections and just all that in the end of the relationship. People, when you get rejected or you get sent to the friend zone, don't take that as a bad thing, because one, that may be the right thing for you right now. If she rejects you or if he rejects you, look at it like this. He may not or she may not be the one for you. Take that as a good sign and keep on going. Don't stagger on that one person. But if you get sent to the friend zone, maybe she or he is just stupid right now and they're growing up and they don't realize that you could be the one. But don't also just sit there and wait. Get out there, branch out. Like you said before, divide your happiness. Don't devote all of this time for that one person who's just a friend. Which, I mean, you guys can go out on dates, be friends, and do all that. But rejection and friend zoning, and it may come off as bad, but it can really be a good thing sometimes.
Like, you know, if you've ever heard the phrase "no pain, no gain," sometimes you gotta learn from the rejection. Okay, I mean, sometimes what I did before when I was younger, I would be like, but why didn't you go out with me? Whether it would be because, you know, my hair like it is now is kind of crazy, or my shoes look busted up, I stunk or something like that. It could have been anything, and you gotta ask those questions so you can get better at asking out a girl. I mean, sometimes fellas who don't look good in the face or physically, you really have to work on.
You have a disadvantage, but you have other aspects of things that can help you out. Your words,
your demeanor, your stature, the way you dress,
the way you walk.
Yeah, and it can all play a factor in how you get girls, because it doesn't matter with any girl can like you. I mean, you could have girls like Kim Kardashian come to your front
look
door.
at this. He's big. I'm not so big, but he gets girls. I get girls. Why is that? People get on big guys because they're big, but this guy can get girls. It blows my mind by how many girls he can get. And I thought just because I'm light skinned, I can get girls just off the bat. But no, don't assume that light skin is just off that. Don't assume that dark skins can't, because I don't know who's winning right now, but in that whole aspect, who cares? We'll save dark skin versus light skins for another video. But relationships, friendships, think about it. Think in depth about all of this. And before I go, I always say this to my friends, and this could go for girls too. Any guy can sweep any girl off her feet.
It's fine.
But all he needs is the right broom. And really think about that, because you can get anyone you want if you try hard enough. And if you can't, if it fails, okay. You failed.
And I would like to say one last thing too on, as far as the friend zone, my fellas, I have one thing that I would like to say. Don't think of that one person as the end of your world. And especially to guys, because some girls they'll really be real about it. Some will be like, you in the friend zone. It's plain and simple. Some girls, they won't know it, but they'll put you in the friend zone. And though it may seem like it's the end of the world, she's not looking at me, don't wait on her. I know they say good things take time, but that is not something you wait on. If she does not want you at that moment, if she doesn't want you, period, move on to another girl. And either show her that you can be a better man than she's ever dated, or just move on completely and be like, you know what, there's a cuter girl right there. She apparently likes me. Why not? Instead of going for that one girl who, I mean, even though she may have had everything you liked, there's always another option. Never in your life make that your one sole option. I did that once.
Listen to this man. He has experience. I only know 2 people who escaped the friend zone. He is one of them, and the other is Ron Stoppable. You know who that man is? Learn from his mistakes. Learn from our teachings, and it may help you or better you. But this is Epic Eric signing out.
And this is Genesis / Revelation. I'm out too.
I will be leaving a link in the description to where you can find him, listen to him, and you guys know me, so. Have a good day, people.